Hi students, how are you? Myself Deepa, Assistant Professor, Soundarya Institute of Management and Science. From this video, let us know about the topic brand equity, sources of brand equity, brand image or identity and co-branding from the chapter brand management. Let us know what is the meaning of brand equity. Brand equity refers to the value of a brand. It is nothing but the brand image in the minds of customer, or it can be said like it is a goodwill also. Brand equity is based on the extent to which the brand has high brand loyalty, name awareness, perceived quality and strong product association. What is brand loyalty? The regular customers, again and again if the customers are buying the same product, that is called as brand loyalty. And awareness, how much the customers are aware of the brand. And perceived quality, that is what is the opinion of the customer about their quality. And strong product association means deep seated in the customer's mind about the brand. Brand equity also includes other intangible assets such as patents, trademarks. They see how many trademarks are there, how many patents are there in the names of the company or the brand. What are the different elements of the brand equity? The first one is degree of brand awareness. What is brand awareness means? It talks about how much the customer is aware of the brand. More the people know about the brand, more the brand equity. Next is customer perception towards brand quality. What is a customer perception about the brand, the opinion about the brand? It comes under customer perception. Strong relationship of distribution channel. What is distribution channel? That is who distribute the products to the customers. Relationship among the distribution channel is important because they are the persons who have direct contact with the customers. The degree of brand acceptance, how much the customer has accepted the brand or the product. The brand value, what's the brand value? The brand value can be decided by the customer awareness or the brand awareness or the brand loyalty. The high degree of brand loyalty, the degree of brand loyalty as already I said, that is regular purchase by the customers. The customer should not shift to the another product, they has to continue with the same product again and again. It is called as loyal customers or the brand loyalty. Patents and trademarks. You know about the patents and trademarks. How many patents and trademarks brand has? So that is a question. Based on that, the elements of brand equity can be decided. Next is sources of brand equity. There are 4 different sources of brand equity. We have already discussed this in the first slide, that is brand awareness, perceived quality, brand loyalty, brand association. First is brand awareness. Brand awareness refers to the strength of a brand's presence in the customer's mind. How much the customer are aware of the brand. If I tell Horlicks, suddenly we think about the tagline like taller, sharper and stronger. This is awareness they have created in the mind of the customer. If we say Boost, so suddenly the tagline passes to our mind, that is Boost is the secret of our energy. Suddenly Dhoni or Sachin Tendulkar or the Virat Kohli just passes through our mind. This is how the awareness has been created about the brand. It is measured according to the different ways in which customers remember a brand. It can be remembered by the logos, it can be remembered by the taglines, it can be reminded by the advertisements. Next is perceived quality. Perceived quality is your customer's view of the quality of a product or service, both in terms of what they expect and also in comparison with how they perceive the quality of competing offerings. They see into the competitors, what the competitors company is giving and what the actual brand is giving, that is what our brand is giving. It can be defined as the customer perception of overall quality of a brand. They compare what the Nike is giving, what the Adidas is giving. So they compare with that and they buy the product. That is called as perceived quality. Next is brand loyalty. Brand loyalty is a tendency of customers to continuously purchase one brand product over another. Consumer behavior patterns demonstrate that consumers will continue to buy products from a company that fostered as trusted relationship. The customer think it has a trusted product and they keeps on buying, means that regular customers they keeps on buying the same product regularly. That is called as brand loyalty. The brand has to keep such a loyalty by giving a good product and the best product for the customers. Otherwise, they will shift from one product to the another product. That is, they can shift to the rival competitors. Next is brand association. Brand association or the connection in our minds between a brand and people, place, things and emotions. It is anything which is deep seated in customers' mind. They can tackle with the emotions also. The emotion is nothing but the emotion contact with the Horlicks and the mother, and with the Johnson's baby product and with the mother, and Huggies, the product of Huggies and with the mother. They emotionally they have touched the mother's heart. So this is what they are doing with their brand. Next topic is brand identity. What is the meaning of identity of brand? Brand identity is a set of association. The brand strategies seek to create and maintain the identity. How they create the identity? By having different brand association. The brand association means in last slide we have learnt about that, that is it can be with the help of emotion, it can be with the help of people, place, thing and different strategies. By using this the identity can be achieved. The marketer needs to create the brand identity through the right brand strategy. Always the company should prefer a good strategy. They have to see how the customer should be tackled. How the customer should be tackled? The question will be given the solution by they should not shift to the other competitors product. This is a solution is that. Next is an association can include trademark, logo and tagline. As I told you earlier in the last slide, the Horlicks, if I tell Horlicks, suddenly you people will tell that is stronger, sharper and taller, and Complan means it is taller. That is Boost means it will be like Boost is the secret of my energy. Because of the tagline we just remember these products. There are n number of the product but we remember this products. If we go to the shop, just this products will just pass on to our mind because of the taglines, because of the advertisement and because of the logo which they have given. Next is an organization is responsible for creating a distinguished product with unique characteristics. How the product can be identified in the market with the unique characteristics. What is the meaning of unique characteristics? Unique characteristics mean different from others. The product should be different from other competitors. The unique product should be given, then only every customers will be attracted towards your product. By this image you can see how the brand identity can be achieved. It can be achieved by the various good advertisements, by market strategies, by using logo, then increasing the value of the product and increasing the or improving the design of the product and having a morale and trust with the customers. Elements of brand equality. It must express the particular vision. Every brand should have their particular vision, as like every companies will be having their own mottos, vision and mission. Likewise the brand should have their own vision to the customers. Next is it creates an emotional connection. Always some of the product will create an emotional connection with the customers. As I told you earlier, then the Huggies has been created or Johnson's baby product has been created an emotional touch with the mother. They use the products of Johnson's baby because for the baby they think that by using the Johnson's baby product will give much safer than other products. By Huggies, the way of they advertise, the way they gave the advertisement, they tackle with the help of emotions. Next is uniqueness of the brand, that is the different from others. The unique product should be given from the other branded products. It must be of a long lasting. Always if the quality of a branded product will be long lasting, then only the customer will prefer the branded products. Next, a reliable image and reputation. You know that always the brand product will be having a reliable image and the reputation than the other products. The Nike product is having its own different strategies and own its different image on the sports products, or Adidas or iPhones or Apples. They have different strategies in the market, and based on that they have different reputations. Next is co-branding. What is co-branding means? Co-branding is a marketing strategy that utilizes multiple brand name on a good or service, that is goods or service, as part of a strategic alliance. A strategic alliance means both the companies come together, that is there are different brands come together and they make a business, that is called a strategic alliance. It is also known as brand partnership. There are two brands, that is different brands, they come together and do their business, that is called as co-branding or the brand partnership. So students, you can see these are all the examples of the two different brand, they come together and they do the business. In the first picture you can see that Nike and the Apple, they come together and they are doing one business. That is the Apple company has a iPod and the Nike has a shoe. So with that they did a partnership business. Next is, in the picture you can see Uber and Spotify. Uber is the company which gives the service company, and Spotify is a digital music which gives the service of digital music. Both with the combined they made a partnership deal. Next is Red Bull and GoPro, then Apple Pay and the MasterCard. So these are all the n number of examples you can see, and there are most of the examples are there. The two company or the two brands come together and they do the different, or they do the one single business but with the different profiles. Advantages of co-branding. What are the advantages of co-branding? First is risk sharing. In the business there will be huge number of risk. By having a co-branding they will share their risk in the market. More sales income. We know the Apple, that is we know the iPod with the Apple company, and we also know the Nike. In the last example we heard about that. With this combination, both who have a brand loyalty of the Apple and who have a brand loyalty for the Nike will purchase these products. With that the income will be increased. Greater customer trust on the product, because these are all the very known products, the customer loyalty will be more, the customer will trust this product and they will buy the products. Wide scope to due to the joint advertisement. When we are doing the own company or own entrepreneurship, the profit is less or the investments will be less. When we are doing with the partnership firm, the investment will be more because we are sharing the investments. Here likewise in the co-branding they share, based on that they can have a huge wide scope on the advertisements because the investment will be more. Next is technological benefits. Obviously the technological benefits with the different companies can put together and the wide scope can be adopted. Greater access to new source of finance. So earlier I have already told you that the greater source of finance, because when they are doing with a partnership, there will be a huge number of investments will be there. Based on that, they can utilize in a well versed manner. Let us know what are the disadvantages of co-branding. The first is it may fail when the two products have different markets. Sometimes, it is not like always, but sometimes it may fail, because there are the two different products. When combining together, it may fail sometimes. It may fail if there is difference in vision and mission of the two companies. The vision and mission of the company, as I told you, the vision and mission of the companies will be there, but when we go to the Nike and the Apple, the vision and mission of the companies are different, but they come together. But sometimes if it is not matching or it is not clicked, the idea is not clicked, then obviously there will be a loss. It may affect partner brand in adverse manner. Sometimes, it is not like all the times, but sometimes one company may have a good name and other company may have a bad name. Sometimes it may adversely affect this idea. It may damage the total brand equity. Brand equity means what? I have already told you that it is an image, brand image, or it is a goodwill, or it is nothing but the brand image in the minds of customers. It can be harmed or it can affect adversely. Okay, by this I will end this video. Thank you.